Good morning, iCag. It's Chris, your rideshare guy, and it's time for the iCag in the Spotlight with Alicia St. Ives of Trades of Hope. I'm so excited to hear your story and have you share it with everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Chris.
So tell me about Trades of Hope. Trades, yeah, I'm stumbling.
You're so excited. You just
I
can't
am
even
so
get it
fired up.
all out. Well, I'm so excited to share about Trades of Hope. So, Trades of Hope is a business that was started about 7 years ago to empower women all over the world out of poverty. The basic premise was that business is powerful, entrepreneurship is powerful, and people around the world aren't in poverty because they lack ability, but because they lack opportunity. And so 4 women got together and decided to start a business that would provide opportunity. Something that we really do is we actually focus on partnering with women who have been marginalized in some way. So victims of sex trafficking, abuse, poverty, other things like we know that women in other countries typically aren't afforded the education opportunities that people in America are. And so we said, how can we resolve this? So instead of going to them and saying, here, we're going to feed you for a month, we said, let's help you create sustainable business. So the way we do that is that more than 16,000 women in more than 16 countries create beautiful accessories, home goods, bags, jewelry, all this kind of stuff. And then people like me create a marketplace for it in the United States. So I think it's kind of a win-win because people in the United States are getting an opportunity to shop with a purpose and really spend according to their conscience. And we're also at the same time getting to make a global impact, not just for the artisans that we partner with, but for their children and their communities. Because statistically, if a woman's empowered out of poverty, she'll take 4 other people with her. So it's a great opportunity, like I said, to do some fun shopping and also know that you're making a global impact.
Absolutely amazing. I love the story. I love the idea and the thought behind it. And again, you said there's 16 different countries, and how many? 16,000?
More than 16,000 artisans.
That's amazing. Usually, I mean, obviously, it's going to be arts and crafts from their home country, something that maybe we're not going to have access to anyway, unless we went through Trades of Hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do work very hard to make sure that all of our items are on trend. So we want to make sure that we're sticking with our fashion conscious people, but at the same time, we're utilizing products and styles that are also traditional to that country and have a meaning to the women who are making it. So for example, our artisan in Guatemala, in that country, they actually have a family pattern that they make their blouses out of, very similar to what a plaid or a tartan is in Scotland. So they take those blouses and they then upcycle them into some beautiful clutches that we have. So we get to have these super fun clutches, but it's also meaningful to the women making it because it represents the history of their family.
That's very, very, very cool. So let me ask you a question. How can people shop with you, or how can they get involved?
Well, luckily, I like to make shopping as easy as possible. So I do have a website. It's mytradesofhope.com/Alicia St. Ives, which I know is quite a mouthful, so I'm sure we'll be able to post the details.
We'll put it in the liner notes.
Right. So we do have the website. We're a direct sales company. And so you talked about getting involved. Something that's really exciting is that women like me, who has a full-time job and a life and all this other stuff that I love, can also give back at a global level by having this business that I'm doing at the same time. And so people can get involved by being a compassionate entrepreneur. That's what our titles are. Or they can shop by hosting a party in their home. So we do home parties. They can shop online. So many different ways to get exposed to the stories. In fact, another iCag member is a great hostess for me. And every time we get together, she goes, tell me another story about another one of the women that you all are working with. Because, well, we have 16,000 artisans. They're also these beautiful, unique individuals. And when you host a party or you spend time learning about them, you get to feel like you have a real connection with these women around the world. So like I said, lots of different ways to shop, whichever suits your fancy. I'm a big online shopping fan, so that tends to be my go-to.
Excellent. Hey, guys, mostly gals, maybe some guys. I really encourage you to check out Trades of Hope. I want you to understand something that while we look around and we think of the ways that we can shop and we can buy consumer goods, we can buy this, we can buy that, for a lot of these women, this is the lifeline that they've always needed. It's a way out of poverty. It's a way out of being objectified. It's a way out of sex slavery. It's a way to freedom that maybe you and I can't understand on the surface, but when you hear these stories and you see these women and you see the work that they do, you truly are changing their lives by taking the time to meet with Alicia and to buy these goods and to learn these stories and then to share those. So I encourage you to get together, have a party, go online shopping, do whatever it takes, but please get involved. Thank you so much for sharing this story with us.
Thank you.
You know, I love that you're changing the world just one item at a time. And again, I've seen some of the stuff. These are beautiful items. So just blown away. Let's change gears a little bit and be a little goofy, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. You know, again, every time I say your name, I do think that you should be a TV or a movie star. So with that being said, what's your favorite TV show of all time?
Oh, favorite TV show of all time. That is a super, super tough one. So I have to say I have a special fondness for Star Trek, The Next Generation. So my family grew up watching that together every single week. And so grew up with Picard and the whole crew. And I still have a soft spot whenever I see that show on.
Excellent. Allow me to do this for you. Make it so, number one.
Why, thank you, Captain Picard.
It is my pleasure to have you here today. That was so much fun. Guys, gals, reach out to Alicia. Thank you for being here for the spotlight, and I'll see you down the road, okay?
Thanks, Chris. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.